will join, and I will join. Just like spectators, we come to see,
Okay,
right? We just
alright.
come to see.
So hold on, let's just go live.
We are live now.
Welcome to the Benin Trust Ashoke exhibition in London, England. My name is Dr. Charles Omerodin. This collection is brought to you courtesy of the Benin Trust. It's part of the Heritage Lottery funded project. Today we're exhibiting at second floor, 21 to 23 Wood Green Road, Forest Gate, here in London. We have area of display to show you. Here we have Ashoke Agbada, and we also have Ashoke hat. We have a lot of different assorted Ashoke materials, from the vintage Ashoke to the contemporary Ashoke. Ashoke, as you know, is a well celebrated cultural attire in Nigeria, particularly in the western Nigeria. These clothes are used for ceremonial duties, for wedding ceremony, for birthday, for burial, and raft of other ceremonial um, events. It has huge cultural symbolism to the Yoruba people in particular, and also to the northern part of Edo State. These Ashoke materials are all weaved on a loom. They are all hand weaved on a loom. It shows the artistic creation of the people from the western part of Nigeria. This artistic work has been with us for over 500 years, and it has passed on from generation to generation. Today we are fortunate to have this project funded by Heritage Lottery here in the United Kingdom. They've given us the opportunity to be able to preserve this heritage, document the heritage, and bring it to the whole world to enjoy. Here you have the boba, and you have the wrapper that goes with it. You also have an Ashoke handbag. It's a contemporary Ashoke handbag. You have the typical Ashoke agbada worn elegantly to celebrate our rich culture. As you can see, we have raft of collections here, quite a lot of them. In addition to that, we also have well written and properly documented book written by our eminent professors here in the UK that document African textiles, including Ashoke. We also have on display here a book that is also written to look at Adire. Adire is also another aspect of our African collection. Our purpose from undertaking this project is to preserve our heritage for our children so that they be able to be proud of themselves, where they come from, and to realize also that civilization started in Africa years ago. Contrary to the wrong impression that is created sometimes in the Western world that Africa is a dark continent, but looking at the artistic, the details of this weaving, the tapestry, will tell you that we have rich heritage that we need to be proud of. This heritage, unfortunately, in the Western world is going into extinct. This is why we decided to showcase it and to promote it wider to the community so that our people will have cause to be happy, they will have cause to be proud of their heritage. And in also sharing this heritage with other ethnic groups. As you know, London is ethnically diverse community, as ethnically diverse community. So we are enjoying this with the local community here in Newham and the wider London. The expectation is that this exhibition will be here for at least another 1 week. People will be coming in to enjoy and to ask questions relating to where they come from. But pay particular attention to the knitting, the embroidery in this particular agbada. You can see the artistic creation, painsfully taking time to weave this. Most of these are weaved using African traditional loom. They are not weaved by machine, they are weaved, hand woven, and that's why they're so expensive and they're so celebrated by us who are here in the United Kingdom. And we're proud of our heritage. We present to you African heritage. What I'm wearing on is also an agbada, as you can see. Look at it.
Wow, Dr. Charles, you look good.
Thank you.
I about this, you know.
Thank you.
It's look good. In fact, these collections are, like you said, is looking tantalizing. There's no such English. There's a lot of.
There's a lot of embroidery here. These are all hand weaved. All these are all hand weaved. You also look at the caps. You can look at just look at the detailed design that's gone into it. Email.
This one, that's this one.
Well, this is a contemporary one. This was done by our colleagues, Atari. This is a handbag, as you can see. It's got well detailed. But this is all made with Ashoke. This is Ashoke. And a mixture of leather and Ashoke.
I can see that.
Yeah. So it's quite rich. Very, very rich. Very, very rich.
I would like to put something like this,
Was designed by a lady from Lagos. She brought them here and designed it. And the first exhibition we had, she brought a lot of other materials, including egg, gear, igele, and all that. She brought a lot of them together. So they're quite fantastic. It's different colors. We like colors. You can see
that's the thing about
vibrant colors.
Yes.
Vibrant colors. You can see these rich colors. Fantastic.
Look at this one, you know. And in fact, I think only artists will be wearing this.
Oh yes, oh yes. To be quite honest, if you go far back, Ashoke, particularly vintage Ashoke, is priceless. It's something that people look forward to. It's part of inheritance. When kings and royalty pass on, they usually, this is part of what the children will inherit.
Yes.
But as you can see, if on the wedding occasion, bridal naming ceremony, you wear this sort of attires, very rich, and you put good music and you start dance. You start, very, very nice.
You look nice.
Oh, thank you. How are you?
Like it? Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, as you can see, this is my Ashoke attire.
In fact, I should be putting on one with you. This is really nice.
Fantastic.
Really nice.
Well, we can get one made for you. We can get some of the fabric as well.
Because we had, you don't like to hear this, but how much would it cost to me? That's one thing.
Well, it's not too pricey compared to traditional suit. If you are going to buy European suit, so it wouldn't, you're not going to. It's not going to. Depends on the materials. If you are using the contemporary materials, but these are all. These are all vintage, like this one. You can see these are all vintage Ashoke. You can see this is vintage Ashoke.
Is this part of Ashoke as well?
It is.
But this is a different style. Right?
It's different style, different fabric. That has been mixed with different threads. You can see some sort of shiny threads. Depends on the wax. Depends on the wax. But that you can wear. That's very rich. You can wear that. Women normally, if you don't mind, as a woman, what you will normally do, you will wear this around your waist like that. You will tie it around, and you wear all the. Wow. That's it.
Now you look different. You see how about
now
this?
you
look different. You see?
Nigerian woman.
That she looks
Richly
actually
dressed.
beautiful. Richly dressed. That's the
Yeah.
right word. You see?
So, but this is what we do.
See?
Ashoke is part. This traditional way is part of Nigerian time. But you also bear in mind the conditions in Nigeria is very hot.
Yes.
So this allow you to wear this sort of clothes
Yes.
and you wear them freely. And unlike here in England, during the summer, you can still wear this. If you go to typical Nigerian wedding ceremony, you will find the bride and the groom all richly dressed with Ashoke and also other attires that goes with it. It is fantastic.
Yes. So how do we preserve, or in fact, how do we pass on this to the next generation? Because they're not aware of this.
This is what this project is about. This project is about documenting oral history. We are speaking to a number of people that have got rich insight and into how this fabric started, the origin of it.
That's one thing I'm
And we are documenting them. And we are also using modern technology to preserve them. So part of these collections, once we've done the documentary, we will deposit them with Newham Library. This project is also in partnership with the British Museum and raft of other community organizations. So we're producing this. We're also doing a book on Ashoke fabric. We're looking at how this thing is done at home.
Yes, Sandy. And then it'd be nice to see people actually doing this.
Well, that is the expectation is that one of the outcome from this project is that we're going to set up a loom school here in the UK. Where it's going to be a small school, but at least we'll have about 10 looms, traditional looms, table looms,
Yes.
where people can come in and learn about the making of the. You can make similar to what you wear now. We can make the strip. Actually come in strips like that. They come in strips, so we can do strips.
Look at this. It's
Fantastic.
So how would you take it to
This is
schools?
gold. Pure gold.
Well, we're already working with few schools. We're working with Forest Gate School here. We've already done a presentation to them. We have youths who are involved in this project as well. So they're also taking it. So what we're trying to encourage them to do is to appreciate the artistic creation, to appreciate the heritage value and the sentimental values that goes with all these particular heritage.
Doctor, let's talk about your books. Because with this thing, it's always nice to see this. African books are so big. So many
This is a book that was written by 4 people. You have Dogs, Simon, you have Pat, Oyola, and you have Shegun, okay? This particular book is very rich. It has colorful presentations of different designs, but these are Adire designs and history of how it is made, where it is made, how the dyeing process, the final production process, and different. These are all handly done, and what you need to watch out for the different dyes and. But these are some of the things we're doing. We're going to schools. We're telling them how we produce African textiles, so that the children here will have costs to, particularly our black children. Often
yes, not only blacks, because sometimes
their knowledge.
we're putting on suits. People started it today, we're wearing suits.
Yeah.
That's everything we inherited. How come that they cannot inherit? But it's quite nice.
Oh yeah, like I said, as one of the lady we spoke to came from a royal family in the north in the western Nigeria, and she said to us that the collections from our great grandfather is passed on from generation to generation. Just as people look forward to inheriting a house,
Yes.
they also look forward to inheriting Ashoke, particularly not the modern Ashoke, but we're looking at the vintage Ashoke. We have we're also partnering with African Center here in North London. They have a lot of collections of Ashoke. Yeah, they have a lot of collections, and some of them date back to 16th centuries, 14th centuries, but they've been able to preserve them. They're all museum collections. You know, they're fantastic.
In fact, when you look at the different colors, well, that's what makes what it is. You understand?
Very bright, very bright.
Bright.
Yeah, very. So if you're thinking of a wedding, you're thinking of, don't go suit, don't go English. Ensure that you use our Ashoke. Let's promote our heritage. Because this tells stories about us.
Exactly.
It tells stories about our forefathers, where they're coming from, how they get to where they are now. This is very important, very symbolic. We need to know our history. If we don't know our history, how are we going to be proud of who we are? But to think that our forefathers, our forebearers were able to do this over 200 years ago.
And what are we doing now?
Well, this is still going on. It's still a vocation in certain part of Ibira and certain part of Southwest London, Nigeria, Okene, and all those areas. These things are still being done. There's a huge industry there, but it's just that here in UK, our children sometimes don't appreciate it. This is why we're doing this, so that our children can understand their heritage. This is a typical table loom.
Yes.
These are the sort of loom that we're going to be using. This is what you use to make this strip. It comes in about 3 feet wide, typically 3 to 4 feet wide. You make them strips, then you come to put them together very neatly. This for example, this has been the people who brought this to us. This was they designed this Alpha Canadi a year. This particular one. So you can see that, for example, this typically young man. Look at how beautiful, handsome this young man look in this particular collection. Look at it, fantastic.
Yeah. I just want to know, if I want to order it, how long does it take to get? So
well, we have contacts in Nigeria. What we do, we take your measurements.
Okay.
Once we take your measurement, I'll say within 2 weeks. Depends on if you want it faster. Within 2 weeks, you get them. The beauty about this is that you can also have Ashoke designed specifically for you.
Yeah. Okay.
If you have the sort of colors that are interested in, it can also be done.
Those children
Children, yes, you could take the children measurement. It could be, they do it better back in Nigeria. But we have tailors here. We have bespoke tailors here in UK who would also take a measurement and ensure that it fits you quite perfectly. Yeah. So let's encourage that see the hats I'm wearing on. These are all done different hats. You see different hats goes with you can put them on different occasions. They're quite good, very rich, very very rich.
But I'm just thinking now that if Ashoke could be, because this is
Same weaving, although this is done with wool in UK, but the same thing. That's the same. This is how Ashoke is stripped. This is how they come, but a little bit longer, a little bit wider, but they come in stripped like this as well. So if you choose this sort of colors, they'll do it for you.
no. What is interesting, we can also use it for what we use this for here.
Of course.
Use this for your timing.
Of course, we can use
It's not
it.
heavy.
No, there are different types. Some of them are heavy, some of them are light.
Yes.
For example, this particular one,
Look at this one.
you can see this one has got holes in them. Again, you can put that on, well ventilated, you don't feel heavy. I don't feel heavy, I feel comfortable. I feel at home.
Yes.
I feel at home.
Yes. And what is good about Africa is our culture actually is rich. Look at the dressing, the food, And when you put on this, you are automatically high.
Of course.
It takes you there.
Of course.
It moves you to that level.
And if you're wearing these and you're playing African talking drums with it, and you are dancing, it just brings the merriment home. Fantastic. Brings it home. But the thing that this is happening in London, isn't that great?
Thank you very
Isn't
much.
that great? Another things we have here, we have another rich collection here. Look at that. This is Benin bronze.
This was that 77?
This is the Queen's Mall. This is a Queen's Mall. This is Benin bronze. This is handmade bronze. You know, the Beninese are renowned for bronze making. Their collections are all over the world. But this is a queen in Benin. That's another Benin. Oh, this is a typical queen regalia. This is a typical queen. How the dress, you got this headgear, it's called obuku, and you've got the beads, you know, and you've got the wrapper to tied to the chest. This is how royalty. This is royalty by excellence. Just look at it. Look at the back. The calibration. This is done from brass. This is done from bronzes. You know, these are all handcrafted in Benin. There's a place in Benin that produces this. It's called Igun. You know, we call them Igueromo. You know, they're very good. They're very good. Beninese are known all over the world for artistic creations, particularly for their bronze making and ivory carving. Fantastic. So we're bringing Africa
Down to the UK.
down to UK.
Okay.
So
Pass it on to the children here.
of course,
In fact, the thing I really want to thank you for is actually now letting the kids here know that there's a place called home.
of
And
course.
what is there is not all barbaric, not all what they say. There's something beautiful. Look at this.
When we go to school, when we go to each of the schools we visited and we present this to them, you see the kids, their pride goes up. They feel happy. They feel proud of their heritage, and especially when we tell them that, look, this is not just something that started today.
Yes.
This has been with us for over 500, 600 years. It has passed on from generation to generation. Usually within a family preserve, usually the vocation is passed on from father to son, and you have in some part of Ondo, some part of Akure, you know, you have a whole village, you know, they are dedicated to making these. And the thing that is important about this is, although is much more in the Western Nigeria, but if you cut across the whole of Nigeria now, you find that people are wearing Ashoke.
No, Nigeria is mixed now. That's one good thing about the Nigerian culture.
Yeah.
Like I was just saying to somebody the other day, there is no difference between actually the north and the south and the east and the west in Nigeria, because we now wear. I put on more of this. Is it the Hausa?
Kaftan.
Kaftan.
Yeah.
More than everyone, you understand? We're taking it over from there.
This particular dressing, if you also go to Ghana, they call it different names. Ghana, they call it kente.
Okay.
It's still the same pattern, but the
colors
colors might be a little bit
They
different.
like this white and black.
Yeah, a little bit different color, but the whole manufacturing process is very similar. They're hand woven by people who know the craft, and they make us proud.
Honestly,
They make us proud.
honestly, I understand this. This is not just one primary color. And that is why I'm looking at it again and again. It'd be nice if I would especially one green, you know,
Right.
this over green,
Yeah,
over blue.
yeah,
But look at this.
fantastic.
And look at the choice of this and this. This is the kind of dress I will make. I'll buy anyway. You understand? You see the combination of these two colors.
Yeah, fantastic, isn't it?
Wow.
Look at that.
And everything they do here.
All I need now is juju music to go with it. And I'll start
And a
flowing.
new wife.
And but I don't know about new one. But
As always,
but I'll start flowing with
That's
it. You
That's
know,
one thing.
you know, Babake. Oh, oh,
I-
oh, oh. Ah!
This is
There's no music.
Ah! I can dance to it. I can think about the
You
music.
can
in
think
my
about the
head.
music and just move yourself, move. You know, the last time I was telling somebody, we Africans, we don't dance. Eh? We enjoy the music. So
Of
when the
course.
music is playing, you just enjoy it.
Of course.
Dancing is like you're trying to.
Yeah.
So why you do?
But we flow with
We
the
flow
rhythm.
with it.
We flow with the rhythm.
You flow with
You
it.
know?
I mean, you're
Oh,
enjoying
oh.
it. You're not thinking of it. You know?
Ah, you know,
Yes,
we flow with it.
exactly.
We flow with it.
And that's one other area I want you guys to bring in the traditional African drums. The way we used to-
We're working
Yes.
on that. We're working on that.
Go along with
One
this.
of the projects we're currently working on is we're looking at drumming some sort of traditional music from Edo State, particularly Benin. There's a particular dance they call Uwo dance. This is a dance that is danced by queens and princesses within the palace. And we have another dance called Sabaide. This is part of a project we're working on. We've put together the team. What's interesting is that we're happy to say that we have a lot of people who have expressed interest. We have a WhatsApp group that is going on where we're trying to teach our young people about these dance steps. These are royalty in par excellence. With royal people, they carry themselves with such grace and elegance.
Mhm.
So their style of dancing is subtle. The movement is smooth.
You don't
You
shout.
see them
Bible says you have something to say, you don't shout.
and gradually,
If you know what you're doing, you don't
like
shout.
that, you feel that's royalty.
It's like dancing to the blues.
Oh yeah. So that's what we're trying to teach our young people, so that they will know how these dance steps, how they dance. Again, it's another way of preserving the heritage. We're taking this to schools. We're taking
It's
it to
very
schools,
important.
and hopefully it will catch up. It will catch up.
I will pray to have some of these things in the school curriculum someday. Just it's side, maybe a little bit of class.
Yeah, I think with now that we're promoting this and the younger people are warming up to it, if we're able to promote it and we're able to sustain it, of course, why not? It can become part of textile education in schools. But because here we have ethnic curriculum as well. Because one thing that UK is good for is that they try to embrace this multiculturalism, and they want people to be proud of where they come from. So these are some of the we are keen into this as well.
Doctor, thank you very much for
Fantastic.
putting this to us. This amazing.
Well, above all, I need
very
to thank.
proud. Very proud.
I also need to thank the Heritage Lottery here in the United Kingdom that has made this possible. They've given us the grants to do this research, to document this, and to also organize this exhibition. If I can just show you some of the rich things that we've got. These are our Ashoke textiles. Look at it. This was done by a gentleman on SOAS, and we've visited him. You can look at the richness of our design. They are fantastic. Look at that. Look at that. You can't beat that. Look at that. These are not contemporary. These are vintage stuff. Look at these are all different types of Ashoke designs. And with these our children's, we keep be very proud of their heritage. They're proud of their ancestors. They know that civilization didn't just start from the West. Civilization started well in Africa. Whatever is happening here today in the West, they borrowed most of them from us. So our children needs to be proud of our heritage. Look at that. These are African textiles. Well designed. Look at this. Look at this fabric. Look at that.
What I like is the match of color.
Yeah. We like colors. We like colors.
And it's not the color is not there's no riot.
No, of course. Yeah. Look at that. Look at that. This is part of East African fabric. Look at that. So this is a collection from different African subcontinents. We're looking at from Senegal, from Nigeria, from Ghana. A lot of them. This book is what buying. You can find it from Amazon. I think it's about £60.
Okay.
Thereabout. That's good. The guy who wrote the book, he's also part of this particular project. He took part in the documentary, and we're very happy.
Thank you, Dr.
Right, thank you all for coming. I hope we've been able to show you a taste of Nigeria,
A taste of Africa.
a taste of Africa, our rich culture in African fabric. You can see them. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. They're
Thank you
fantastic.
so much. Thank you, Doctor. Thank you. Amazing. Nice stuff. Look at this.
It's great.
Really. In fact, if you just look at it, you wouldn't even understand what I'm saying. So when you begin to feel this, you feel the richness of this. Look at this. It's quite good. Look at this.
Where did you park your car? Did you put meter?
Where UK always we do talk about parking. So good.
Forest Gate.
Close it.
You want to go solo or you want to go solo? Huh?
Just just your voice. Just your voice.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all for enjoying our African tester Ashoke Ibira clothing heritage exhibition here in London, Forest Gate, London, United Kingdom. This exhibition is taking place at second floor, 21 to 23 Woodgrange Road. We're happy to make this presentation. Follow us on Facebook, the Benin Trust, or you can also find us on our website www.thebenintrust.com, where we will be showing you more African heritage arts and art history, and also we'll be presenting different aspects of Africa and the African heritage, with a particular emphasis on African textiles. But today we're showcasing the Ashoke or Ibira traditional weaving. This project is called Ibira Traditional Weaving Research Project. Like I said, we're researching the history, we're documenting the history, we're also documenting the process of manufacturing this fabric, and we're also looking at the color coding, how the dyes are mixed to produce this rich fabric. We're also looking at each of the intricate processes that the weavers go through to bring this design to the market or for us to enjoy. And we're looking at how do we preserve this heritage such that generation after us will also have a taste of this heritage. So we're doing documentary film that goes with this. We're producing a booklet that looks at the cultural symbolism of this heritage, and we're also going to schools where we are teaching our young people how to do this loom weaving, and how so that they can have a practical hands-on on this particular heritage. So we're documenting, we're preserving, and we're also sharing this heritage with a variety of people across London, courtesy of Benin Trust and funded by Heritage Lottery here in United Kingdom. And thank you very much for being with us, and hope to see you soon. Thank you. Hello.